A very good morning, my dear students of class 7. Today in biology class, we'll be doing part 3 of chapter 2, that is kingdom classification. The topics which we are going to cover in this video are phylum Mollusca, phylum Echinodermata, and phylum Arthropoda. Now let us study one by one. The first one, phylum Mollusca. You must have seen this snail around you. So this is the common member of phylum Mollusca. The word mollusca is taken from a Latin word molluscus, which means thin shelled. So they have got shell on their body. These animals are mostly marine, but some are found in freshwater environment. So mostly you will find them in seas and oceans, but they are also found in freshwater environment. They may be there in the moist, damp soil. They have soft and unsegmented body. That means their body is not divided into segments. They are soft. Some members of the phylum Mollusca have single hard external shell, as in snail and slugs. So here you see, this is the body of a snail and this is the shell, a single shell which is outside. So this is external shell. Same way, if you see oyster and clams, here you will find that there are two external shells, and others have a shell inside their body, like in octopus. So this is octopus, squids and cuttlefish. So their shells are internal. Majority of these animals are unisexual. Their digestive system is well developed. So this was all about phylum Mollusca. Now phylum Echinodermata. The best example for this is starfish. You must have seen in Discovery Channel or National Geographic Channel. Very beautiful organisms. Phylum Echinodermata. The word Echinodermata is taken from two Greek words. Echeinos means sea urchin and derma is skin. These animals are marine. They are found in seas and oceans. They have radially symmetrical body with varying shapes. It may be star shaped, it could be cylindrical or spherical also. They have exoskeleton with spines all over it. The body of these animals have two openings. The first one is mouth, which is present on the lower side, and the second opening is the anus, which is present on the upper side of their body. They do not have a distinct head or brain. In the picture also you can see that there is no distinct head. They have large number of tube-like feet that end in suckers. And these are the suckers which help them to get hold of the prey. That means whenever it catches its prey, the suckers help it. Now some of the members of phylum Echinodermata are starfish, brittle star, sea cucumber and sea urchin. So these are the various members of Echinodermata. Now comes phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda means animals with jointed feet. It is taken from Greek word arthron, means a joint, and podos means foot. These animals have bilaterally symmetrical and segmented body. So their body is segmented. They are divided into various segments. It is divided into three regions, that is head, thorax and abdomen. Head you can understand, thorax is the neck region and abdomen. There is a tough outer covering on the body of arthropods called exoskeleton. These animals have paired jointed legs. Here the legs are also called appendages with many joints, and that is why I told you in the beginning only, animals with jointed legs are called arthropoda. They are commonly found in terrestrial as well as aquatic ecosystem. That means they are found both on land or in water. Some of the members of this phylum are prawn, crab and housefly, etc. So these are the various members of phylum Arthropoda. Now here you can see this phylum Arthropoda. It is divided into 4 subgroups. What are these subgroups? The first one is Crustacea, second is Myriapoda, third is Arachnida, and the fourth one is Insecta. This is very, very important for you to learn the 4 subgroups of phylum Arthropoda: Crustacea, Myriapoda, Arachnida and Insecta. Insecta means all the insects. Now let us study about this one by one. Crustacea. This is taken from a Latin word. Crusta means hard shell. Asia means belonging to. These animals are mostly aquatic. That means they live in water. Their head and thorax are fused. That means they are almost together. It is difficult to differentiate head and thorax. They have 2 pairs of antennae or the feelers extending from their head, and with which they feel or sense the things around them. They have variable number of jointed legs or appendages. Excretion is done by special coxal gland in antennae. Now examples here are prawns, crab, lobster and crayfish. So here you can see, you must have enjoyed it also, the prawns, etc. So these all belong to subgroup Crustacea, which comes under Arthropoda. The next subgroup here is Myriapoda. It is taken from Greek words. Myria means 10,000 and podos is foot. So animals having many feet. The body of these animals is segmented. You will find that there are various segments on their body. Now each segment bear 1 or 2 pairs of legs. Either they may have 1 pair of leg in one segment or 2 pairs. The number of legs in these animals varies from 20 to 200. That many legs they may have. Their head contains a pair of antennae. These animals possess specialized excretory organs called Malpighian tubules. Now these animals are harmful as their bite is poisonous. Now these are the members of subgroup Myriapoda. Now these first three diagrams, these are of centipede. You must have seen centipede, and last 3 are the example of millipede. Now this millipede is very, very common in Sikkim. You must have seen around. During the rainy season, you must have seen this. Now let us come to the third subgroup of Arthropoda, and that is Arachnida. This is the group of spiders. Arachnida is taken from a Greek word arachne, which means spider. So all different types of spiders, they come under this group. These animals have fused head and thorax. They possess 4 pairs of legs and a hard exoskeleton. They do not have antennae or wings. They live mostly in terrestrial habitats. That means they live on the land. Now examples are, now here you can see the various members of Arachnida. Now let us see the examples. Spider, very very common, and then comes scorpion, mites and teak. So these are all the members of subgroup Arachnida. Mainly they have got the spiders, and here also you will see their legs are jointed because they belong to Arthropoda. And the last one here is Insecta. That means all the insects. These animals are mostly terrestrial, but some of them are found in fresh water also. Usually they live on land, but you can find them in fresh water also. Their body is, here the body is divided into 3, that is head, thorax and abdomen separately. They have 3 pairs of legs and mostly 2 pair of wings also they have. They may have 1 pair of wing also, and sometimes they may not have wings. So the first thing, their body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen, and they have 3 pairs of legs. They may have 2 pairs of wings or 1 pair of wing, or they may not have the wings at all. Most of the insects have a pair of antennae extending from their head. Now the best example for this is cockroach. You must have seen with the antenna. The members of this group include housefly, very very common in our houses, butterfly, which you find in the gardens, silverfish, very common here in your books. You must have seen this silverfish or bookshelf, grasshopper, mosquitoes, ants, locust. Recently we had locust in the news, and then cockroaches, they are there all over in your house, and then honeybee. So this was all about the subgroup Insecta or the insects. With this video comes to an end. The topic comes to an end. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive, and have a great day. Thank you.